Hey everybody, it's Mark from Ripple Training. Today on Production Gear and Review, we're looking at the just released Streamcam from Logitech. So this Logitech Streamcam was just released today, but they provided me a couple of pre-released units to try them out and let you know what I think. The Streamcam was designed as an easy-to-use, low-cost hardware and software solution for YouTubers to record and stream. There are two versions of the Streamcam. This one, available at Amazon or Logitech's website, and the Streamcam Plus, available at Best Buy. They both have the same suggested retail price of $169.99. The Amazon version contains the camera that has a 5-foot hardwired USB-C cable. It's small and lightweight. It's made of plastic but seems quite sturdy. It comes with two different mounting options, one for the top of a computer screen and one with a standard screw mount. The Streamcam Plus from Best Buy includes the exact same camera. You can get them in gray or white from either reseller, but also includes a mini tripod. Of course, you can use any tripod with a standard screw mount. The camera can shoot up to full 1920 by 1080, 60 frames per second video. It also includes a 2-axis microphone. It's super easy to set up and use. With the camera attached to the screen mount, open this little brace, and place on top of your screen. It's adjustable, so it doesn't matter how thick your screen is, and it just rests in place. You could use any software that supports a webcam, like FaceTime or QuickTime Player. Notice how much better the video quality is with the Streamcam versus my MacBook Pro's built-in camera. Logitech also has their own free application called Capture that gives you a lot more creative control and is super easy to use. If all you need to do is record from the camera, it's automatically selected as Source 1. The white light that turns on indicates this camera is selected, and it works in any application. Notice how if I remove the camera from the mount and remount it with a vertical orientation, the software automatically switches to vertical video capture. This is great for Instagram stories or Facebook stories. Click the audio icon and select the Logitech microphone. I discovered an advantage of using the Streamcam's mic over the MacBook Pro's built-in mic. If your computer fan starts running like mine did, it's really obvious when recording from the built-in mic, but can barely be heard from the Streamcam's mic. Now click record. Once you stop recording, you can access the file by clicking this folder icon. Note that this Mac version of the software currently does not support YouTube streaming like the PC version does, but I'm told that will be coming soon. And you can always use a third-party app like OBS to stream. If you also want to share your screen, you can select it as a second source. In fact, you can select the entire display or any open window. You can then switch between the camera and your screen while recording by clicking the 1 and 2 icons here. Or you can share both at once by selecting one of these options. These two inset options allow you to reposition and scale the inset window, while the side-by-side views are fixed. I do wish you could adjust the size of each window here. So it's fast and easy to record yourself, for example, demoing how to use a piece of software or playing a video game. But what if you wanted to shoot a video about cooking or applying makeup or crafting or playing a musical instrument? Well, that's where things get interesting because you can hook up two Streamcams at the same time and cut between them. Let's say I want to record a guitar lesson. I've set up one camera on the computer screen to capture my face and the other on a tripod to capture the guitar. I've also set up a Logitech Yeti microphone mounted to a Radius 3 shock mount on a compass boom arm for capturing both my voice and the sound of the guitar. Okay, so you can see I have my two cameras set up. I've got my two angles. I've got a wide shot and I've got a close-up, and I can choose one or the other down here, or the inset views or the side-by-side views. I'll leave it like this for right now. And then I'll show you how I've set everything up here. We haven't gone through all the details of the software, but it's pretty easy to figure out. This first source is my main shot, and I've set it up for custom. You can choose streaming and recording. Streaming will prioritize frame rate. It's great for gameplay. Recording is what I'm doing here. I'm more interested in exposure than a high frame rate. I also have backlight correction turned on. Makes the background a little brighter. I like that. I've taught image stabilization turned off because I don't need to stabilize this since my cameras are locked down, but that's a great feature. There's also a cool auto framing feature. I have it turned off because I like my framing, but if I were to turn this on, it automatically zooms in. Let's just go to that first camera. And if I move around, you'll see it will automatically pan and zoom to keep me in the frame, which is awesome. But it's not what I need right now, so I'm going to turn that off there and go back to my 2-up view. And there's also an autofocus option, which I have turned on, which is great. It does a good job at focusing on the main object in the scene, usually the person you're trying to shoot here. Auto white balance I've turned on. There's some other image settings that you can adjust, contrast and other features. I don't really need those. I find generally the exposure is great as is. Anti-flicker I don't really need here. Chroma key I'm not using, and there are some advanced settings to flip the source, which I also don't need. Those same settings apply to this second camera here, which I've also prioritized exposure. And in this case, I turned the backlight correction off because for this shot here, I feel like it's a little too bright, so I've turned it off there. Then under this effects tab, we've got the option to turn the watermark off, which I've turned it off. And you can turn on a text overlay and show some text here, and you can see I've entered some text. So I'll keep that on for the moment. And then if we go down, there are some different styles. You notice a bunch of them are locked. You can unlock those just by signing up for an account. You just go and click on this last guy here and log in, and you can unlock those different styles. I didn't really find them necessary, different background colors. And there's some different scene effects down here that you can also unlock just by creating an account, which again, I didn't find necessary for this, so I didn't do that. Below that, we have the camera settings. So I'm shooting full HD, meaning 1080 by 1920. You can also shoot 720 or 360. And you can shoot in different aspect ratios, portrait or square as well, which is great for social media. Under audio, we've already talked about that. This tab here takes you to the keyboard shortcuts. Now, these can be really useful for starting and stopping recording, for toggling the text overlay. So if I press Option T, that text will disappear or appear. So I'll turn it off for right now. I'll use it to bring it on the screen. And we can switch these scenes with the Option key and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And obviously you can edit those, but I like that option 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I hold the Option key down and press 1, 2, first and second cameras, 3, 4, 2 inset views, 5, and 6, the 2 side-by-side views. And I'll just go back to say that one right now. That's pretty much how I set up. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and record this. I'm recording with this Logitech microphone right here, but when I switch to the actual capture, I'll play back the microphones that are on these cameras here so you can hear the difference. So why don't we give this a shot? Hey everybody, it's Mark from Ripple Training. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the chord progression for Autumn Leaves. So let me bring up a view so you can see both myself and the guitar. And the way this chord progression works is that we start out with an E minor 7 chord down here. Then we go to an A7 chord. Then to a D major 7. From there we go to a G major 7. Then to a C sharp minor 7 flat 5. Then to an F7, and finally, we land on a B minor. So I really like it. Very inexpensive way to somebody get into streaming and recording YouTube content. Very lightweight, easy to drop onto any computer screen of any size and get going, and the software's easy to use. If your computer does not have a USB-C connector, you'll need an adapter like this one here in order to connect the Streamcam, and Logitech recommends you then shoot at 720p. However, I tested it and was able to shoot at full HD 60 frames per second with this adapter on my iMac with no problem. I'm not really the target market for this product, but I found it useful. I actually used it when I was traveling back east a week ago. I brought this along because it's very lightweight and used it in combination with my MacBook Pro to shoot part of an episode from MacBreak Studio. Because the camera is better than the camera on my MacBook Pro, and my phone camera is probably as good as this, but the fact that you can just drop this on top and have good framing and have the auto framing and zoom and everything, just makes it super easy and great to use and has very good quality. So I think it's great. I would like that it would be streaming on the Mac platform, so I'd like to see them bring that out, because for people new to YouTube, that's what they're going to want to do, is stream with this thing, not just record. And I wish there were some more layouts, or they were more flexible in the software so you could move things around a little bit more. And the mic quality is okay, but I would probably use a separate mic. Like in this video, I'm using a separate mic right now, and generally I would use a separate mic to record. But it's nice that it has a mic in there, and as we saw, you don't get any fan noise. So if you don't have a mic with you, this is better than using the mic that's built into your laptop, for instance, if you're traveling. So lightweight, inexpensive, easy to use software, a great way to get into streaming, recording content for YouTube, and just for anybody, a great alternative to have a camera to shoot with while traveling. If you like this video, you know what to do below. I'm Mark from Mobile Training, and thanks again for watching.